Hello everyone. I am making a memory decks. I am making this one. I've already made this one, but I'm going to make a second one because I need one for a swap. It's a little shaker. And I just really enjoy these gnomes. So I pair them up with a bunch of things. I always like to add tools just to fill in the back. So we'll get started. I've already pre-cut a lot of this stuff just to save time. And so I'm going to, first of all, I got these diamond dots on sale at, where did I get them? Hobby Lobby probably. So I'm going to fill this sequence in a little bit in this beehive. Hopefully the black will kind of be like bees. And I'm going to mix it up with some gold. These are really fun, and I like the sound of them too. We'll just bling it up. I like bling, so bling it is. Oops, so extra one stuck in my nail. All right. Then just for some extra glitter, sorry, I'm going to use some of this. I get this from Walmart. I'm fairly cheap, but I just love this, the sparkle of it. And I use the spoon because it will come out fairly fast. And I'll just add a few. I'm doing this first because we'll need the glue to dry. And it can dry while we're getting the rest of the stuff set up. It doesn't take very long once you get everything cut out. But just add it all in. Oh, here's a okay. So I'm going to stick that back. Then we're going to glue the acetate on. I make my shakers with Barely Art glue. I find that it does a really good job holding the plastic and or the acetate, I should say, not the plastic, together. At least I've never seen one fall apart yet, but I do really think it's a good glue. Sometimes fingernails come in handy and sometimes they don't. When you're wanting to hold things together, they come in handy. When you're trying to put things together, it doesn't always come in handy. But I'm going to get this set up for the plastic. You can kind of see it's sticking to the plastic, but I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me at all. You won't really see it, so now we're just going to add some to the beehive. I pour my glue into the little bottles because I like working with the little bottles better. The only reason. And we're going to set this on. See if we can get it on fairly straight. Looks good to me. Okay, we'll set this aside and let it dry. And I've already put my little girl gnome together, except for some pieces. I did her little hands. I'm going to do her wings. I'll need to set up to dry a little bit. I'm not too worried about that, but I want to set it up Now these wings, I think I mentioned in a previous video, I like using the plastic you get from notebook dividers. They come in clear plastic. I did pick up some at a garage sale for 50 cents. It's just these things. This is an extra pack I had, but like I said, I got this for 50 cents. But I really like using them. They kind of work like acetate. I mean, I'm not sure if they'd be really good for shakers, but I do like using them for like the wings because they're see-through, but they're still stiff and they glue on really good. All right, so now that we got her wings done, I am going to glue tulle on. I like using tulle just to give it some, you know, dimension and some interest, and to fill it up a little bit. So I'm going to do that. And a big glob. And then we'll just see where we want to put it, which that works for me. Got this at the Dollar Tree. It comes in handy and it really saves my fingers. I think I'll just trim this off a little bit so it's not in my way, because I need to glue on these things to the bottom of my girl. She's going to be sitting up a little bit. I've got, this is from the styrofoam I use it for my shakers. And then I'll need to glue the little flower on. Okay. And let's see. I think that's kind of nice and springy looking. Okay. And then on this, I have a honeycomb stencil I use. And I just use white cardstock and backed it with heavy black cardstock, so it's nice and thick and stiff. And I ran the brush over to make it yellow, so it's not, you know, white. And then I used Tim Holtz ink mustard, and the other one, I forget what the other one's called. And then I use a little bit of brown just to give it some depth. And then I just cut them out with my die. This one I had enough left over to use for the honeycomb inside, so it kind of matches. This one I did not, so I have to use a different color. But that's fine. Since it's going to two different people, they're not going to notice that they're any different. I do have a die that cuts a thing of bees out, and I just cut them apart. So we are going to glue this on first. Let's see where we want to get this honeycomb on, about like that. So we'll just, it doesn't have to be glued all the way on, but we want all the little bits and pieces glued on. I'll close that up. Okay, so we're going to put her on about right there. We want him showing a little bit, so I'm just going to stick him down about right here. All right. And then we're going to hot glue. Let's see, that goes. That will go on like this. And then my little girl, get her stuck down. And then I do put glue here so it will kind of stick to the card. I want to make sure that she's not going over. And I just kind of do the tool too, so it's kind of glued where you want it. So it's not sticking out too much. And there she goes. And then for the little bee, which will be the last thing we add on, we'll just put it on like this. So we just kind of know where it's going to go. And we'll just stick it about like that. All right, fast and simple. Once you get the pieces cut out, those are the hardest things to do. So here's the close look at the card, and I'm trying to get it in the view of the camera. And I think it turned out really cute. It's a spring swap, so that was part of the requirements, is Mimdex cards, so that's what I did. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.